So hello ladies and gentlemen, today we are talking about how Nintendo screwed us over. Once again, as you already saw in the thumbnail, we are talking about the subscriptions. I was really hyped for the subscription model because I could play some N64 games and some Sega games I never played in my life, as I never grew up with a N64 system or a Sega system. So this would be the perfect opportunity to me to jump on some older games I never played. And first I saw the games they announced. Looking at the Sega games they announced, there are some titles that I really want to play. But looking at the N64 games, oh boy, I was really disappointed. And now maybe some asking, why would you be disappointed? There are some Mario games in the library. Well yes, the Super Mario 64 I already owned on my Nintendo Switch, so that's a minus for me right there. If this N64 is better than the Switch version, that's a whole nother topic for another video. But some will say, but we have Legend of Zelda. Yes, we have Legend of Zelda, but the second problem I have is that I already own Legend of Zelda, and that's the remake for Nintendo 2DS. So, and from those 7 games what are left, I would only play maybe Star Fox 64 and that's it. But the biggest problem we have with the subscription is the cost. And charging $50 for the few N64 games and the few Sega games you can already play, well, the Sega games you can play real physical copies with the Sega collection, and the N64 games you can emulate them. I know emulation is bad and everything, but I like to preserve my games, and some games aren't preserved from the companies they were made, so emulation is a great thing actually. And with the emulators you can bump up the graphics, play the widescreen and many more things. Heck, you can play even Super Mario 64 in VR if you want. Just looking at the Nintendo Direct where they didn't announce the prices for the subscription model, I could already suspect that the price is gonna be high. But charging more than double is just too much, Nintendo. It would be nice they included a bit more N64 games, but yet again Nintendo comes and tries to capitalize on our childhood. The only thing we can do is not to support Nintendo, but I know that many people will buy the subscription anyway. With that price tag, Nintendo comes close by the prices of PlayStation and Xbox subscription models. And that's a huge problem, because with those two subscriptions we get much more bang for our buck and better internet connection. I know with the time we will get some more games, but at the starting point this is just too much. Generally, a price tag around $30 would be okay for those games we get now. I would even consider paying Nintendo much more, even $60 or $70 for a great subscription where we can get many N64 games, like 164 games, maybe 300 Sega games, and maybe some Dreamcast games. Please Nintendo, put some Dreamcast in the subscription, that would be nice, but giving $50 to a subscription model where I would play only few games is just too much, and I am not even thinking about it to paying it. And as I saw already on YouTube, everybody has the same opinion, so Nintendo, you need to take action. Even looking at the video from Nintendo Direct, Nintendo, you can see how the people are pissed off about your demandings. So I hope you take some action and maybe introduce us with some more games, but a bit faster. One more thing to address is the Animal Crossing point. Well, I don't play Animal Crossing, so that's a thing I wouldn't use. And second, if you're paying for a subscription model to get DLCs, well, that's kind of bad thing, because you can buy the DLC just once and have it forever. But if you're paying for a subscription model, so you will need always to pay for the subscription to use the DLC, and that's just insane in my opinion. So I hope you like this unscripted ramble, me talking about Nintendo. I already made a Nintendo video where I pissed some guys off, but I needed to say the truth. I hope you like this type of a video. The next review is coming next week, and it's gonna be a Halloween special because it's October. So I wanna hear your thoughts about the subscription. Will you pay the $50 for the subscription, or just leave it? Or maybe just wait until Nintendo gets a small game into the mix. And that's all from me now, and I see you in the next video. Snorky, over and out.